everybody. Welcome everybody to my fourth week of Christmas in July. So I was a little bit late getting started. I was trying to do some preparation, so hopefully I didn't keep you guys waiting too long. Um, it's been kind of a crazy weekend, but I hope you guys have all had a great weekend. So I see several people are already in the house. I see Crystal and Dawn, and I saw Cordelia, Suzanne. Hello. So yeah, so can you guys hear me okay? If we could just maybe do a sound check and a video check before we get going, just to make sure all is well. Um, so I know last week uh, was a little bit of a difficult card, so to say the least, right? So I thought this week we would do something a little bit easier, but still fun. Um, but I want to go ahead and get a few announcements out of the way. So Cordelia says sound is great. Perfect. Thank you so much. So yeah, so today is my last week for Christmas in July, because next week, starting on Wednesday actually, is the kickoff for the Card Makers Success Summit. And I know everybody is going to be real busy watching those videos and participating in that. So I certainly don't want to take you away from that. So this will be our last official Christmas in July stream. Of course, I'll still do my Sunday crafting with you guys, but not necessarily Christmas in July. And then hopefully you guys have all signed up for the giveaway. My intention was to do the giveaway the week after. So I was going to do it on August the 7th, but I realized that I'm going to be at my niece's um, graduation, going away to college party. So I totally forgot about that. So I'm going to actually postpone the giveaway live for the 14th. So it'll be the week after that. So I'll make sure I post so everybody's aware. But it will be our regular time. It'll be Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. But we'll be doing the giveaway. And I've already started gathering all of the stuff I'm going to give away. So it should be a lot of fun. I did no preparation with my hair today. I just got out of the shower and I pulled it back. And then I thought, oh gosh, I don't want to go on camera with my hair pulled back. So I let it down. So I'm going el natural today. But yeah, so I hope that that schedule sounds good. So does everybody have their free ticket for the Card Makers Success Summit? It's going to be, it's going to be a full 4 days, right? So the kickoff starts on Wednesday, and it will go on through Sunday. And there's going to be lots of giveaways, lots of craftiness going on. So it should be a lot of fun. So hopefully everybody has gotten their ticket for that. If you still have not gotten your ticket and you want to, you can get it over on my website. So all the way to the left, you can find the tickets right here. So you can get your free ticket here, or you can get your VIP all access pass here. So if you still haven't gotten the ticket, your free ticket, make sure that you grab it so that way you can get into all of the presentations. And if you want to have the VIP pass, which enables you to get the videos early, plus you won't just have them available for you for 48 hours, plus a bunch of other bonuses, then you can get the VIP All Access Pass as well. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I am a presenter, and I will be sharing project. I think I shared this with you already. My vintage Christmas card project. So that is my presentation, and I provide all of the supplies, a supply list and everything that you need. Plus, if you want to try to copy it, I have the little kits also in my shop, so you can grab those as well. So it should be a lot of fun. All right, so let's get down to business. I'm going to go ahead and transition down. Hello, Debbie J. Nice to see you. I see a few more people join. Dawn. And I saw Elizabeth. Hello, ladies. I'm so glad you can join me. But let me go ahead and transition down and we can get started. All right. Oh, what a mess. All right. Transition. All right. So let's just get, I'm a little wonky. Let's get organized here. All right. So what I thought I would do today, oh, first of all, I'll give you a little sneak peek. So I know that I shared with you that I got a few of the new dies from Tim Holtz. And I've been playing a little bit. I have a new kit that's coming out called the Transcontinental Railroad, and the design team is busy making their projects for that. So that video will be released, or the blog hop, I should say, the blog hop, the video hop should be released next Saturday, I think it is. It's the first Saturday in August. And I got to play a little bit with the envelope. And this was my prototype. I haven't even done my video yet, so I have to get that done because videos are due, I think, Tuesday. But I made this little, kind of like a little travel folio, I guess. And I used the new dies from Tim Holtz. So I'll be doing a video on this, but isn't it cute? It came out so adorable. And then it has, you know, little pockets for my ephemera from my kit that just fit here just perfectly, So I got that, and then I've got that little tag, and some more ephemera pieces here. So this is my make using my Transcontinental Railroad kit, but I still got to do my video, so I sharing it in advance, but I'm going to do a little video on this as well because it's so tiny. I mean, look at how small it is, you guys. It's very cute. So I will be doing a video on this. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you. I have been playing with my dies, and we're going to play with this one a little bit today as well. All right. So initially I thought we were going to make tags. I know last week was a little complex. So I thought we could make tags today, just some really easy tags. I know a lot of us like to make our own tags for our holiday Christmas presents. I do as well. So I thought we could do some just really easy vintage inspired tags. And then of course I started playing more, and I decided I wanted to make like a little booklet to house my tags. So this was just my prototype. I've just been playing a little bit. And then the idea was I was going to have pockets here. I say the idea because it changed. But the idea was to have little pockets here. And then that way you can have like a little, I don't know, a little case, I guess, to hold your tags. So I have several tags here, you know, and then they were going to just kind of go in here. And then maybe I would have, you know, a little pocket on the side, and it would go like that. So again, I was just kind of trying to come up with an idea of what we could do today. And then I started playing a little bit more again with these little envelopes, and I realized that my tag fit perfectly into the Tim Holtz envelope. So of course I thought, oh boy, how cute. so these will be incorporated into my little book. So that's what we're going to play with today. We're going to kind of do a variation of this, and I want to show you how to put it together. And it's just, we can just decorate it and chit chat, but I wanted to do something just a little bit easier than last week, because I know last week kind of threw a few people, because it was a little bit more complex of a Christmas card. But this is what we're going to do today. So let me show you how I made the base. So I went ahead and I cut out just an 8.5 by 11, and I cut it at 4 1/4. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to score it. So let me find my scoreboard. All right, so here's my scoreboard. So this is just a 1/4 of an inch spine. So I just basically started at, how did I do this? Let's see how I did this, because of course I've already forgotten. All right, so 4, and it's going to be a 4 by 4, but I cut it at 4 1/4 because when I glue it, I want it trimmed to make sure it's even, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I score at 4, and then I score at a 1/4 of an inch for my spine, and then I just kind of fold here. And this little booklet, I'm going to share with you some other ways I'm going to use this booklet. So if you don't necessarily want this little booklet for tags, I'm going to give you some other ideas of what you can use it for. And then again, I'm going to score at the 4-inch line, and then my 1/4 of an inch for my binding here. And if you need to make it thicker, you can do a 1/2 inch if you wanted. I just did a 1/4 of an inch because my tags are going to be thin. They're not going to be very thick. All right, so once I have this, then what I do is I take my second piece and I'm going to glue this because I want it to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to just add some glue here. And just add this. Now the idea is to line it up perfectly, but I don't know if you can see that. It's not perfect. So if you can get one of the edges lined up perfectly, then this is where you can trim off a 1/4 of an inch. So remember, we trimmed this at 4 1/4, and it was intentional because then you can trim it at the bottom to make sure it lines up perfectly. All right, just a little trick that I have, so that way I don't have to worry about it being exactly precise, knowing I'm going to trim it and it will all be perfect. So here's my 4-inch mark. Let's make sure I have this here. Yep. 4-inch mark. And 4 1/4. All right. Does this make sense so far, everybody? Hopefully it does. And then 4. All right. So when you finish, let me just trim off this edge. Hopefully those measurements make sense. Just go ahead and fold these over. So when you're finished, you have a little booklet that folds up really nicely. All right, so here you go. So this is your little booklet. Now, once you have your booklet, there's a lot of ways you can go with it. Because I realized that my little tags fit perfectly in this, instead of making pockets like initially I was going to, I started as a pocket. I'm going to add little envelopes inside. And let me tell you why. So not only can you use this as a tag little booklet, but when I started playing with these little pieces, it takes you so much time to cut these out, put them together, glue them, whatever you're gonna do. I decided that I'm gonna make a little booklet to house some of these little pieces. So for instance, you know, I'm gonna do several. I'm gonna do several of these ephemera pieces. So I'll do several of the pointy fingers, and then I'll put them all in here and close it up. So my special delivery will probably be a little bit higher, so it will catch. But I'm gonna make these up and then house them in my little envelope. And then what I'll have is this little booklet that houses all of my finished pieces. And I'm going to do it for all three of them. I'm going to do it for the envelope. I'm going to do it for the this one here. You know, I'll probably make the booklet a little bit taller, but I'll make it to work. But I'm going to just come up with some sort of little storage booklet, so that way when I go to use my pieces, I can just pull out my booklet and I'll have all of my little pieces already in here that I can just dump out and use. So I won't necessarily have to spend the time creating these little bits and bobs. I'll already have them created. So that's how you can use this as well, if you don't want to necessarily use it as a tag holder. But today we're going to make a tag holder. All right. So does anybody have any questions about that? I'm going to go ahead and start vintaging this up, as I like to call it. No, first of all, I'm going to trim this so it's exactly 4. All right, so I cut this out, and now as you can see, my edges are exactly straight. So that's one of the tips and tricks that I use when I'm making a little folio. I will make it a little bit taller than I know I'm gonna want, so I can trim it, and then that way my edges are completely straight. So just a little tip there. So Jim is reminding you guys to give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that, Jim. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and like the video before you head out today. And then of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would certainly love for you to be a subscriber. All right, so with everything I do, I like to vintage it up, and I'm using my favorite, which is my walnut stain. So before I start layering my paper, this is what I always do for any of my little folios. Is I edge it up so that way it's already done and I don't have to worry about that. All right, so I'm just getting all of my edges here, and when I do this, don't forget, you also want to add ink to your creases here. So every little fold you want to add ink. Okay, and I don't do this carefully. I am not a clean crafter. I like it to be distressed and grungy. If you don't like that, you can skip this part. All right, so just getting all of my inky goodness going on here. And let's see, I missed that. All right, so that is the outside. You also want to do it on the inside as well. So let's just go ahead and get her done. Get her done. So how's everybody doing today? Has everybody had a nice weekend? Anything exciting going on this weekend? Yes, Jim, this is craft cardstock. It's not very heavy. But when I start adding my layers, of course, it will add to the heaviness of my little book. I decided to go craft. You can go black or red or anything you want, but because my cards are going, or my tags are going to be very simple craft tags. I wanted it to match my book. Hi, Bethany. Better late than never, girl. All right, so just prepping my little book here, adding all this vintage goodness. And as I shared, the Transcontinental Railroad kit is going to officially get released on the first Saturday in July. I'm thinking about doing a, what do you call it? The Christmas Express Railroad. What is it called? Oh boy, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm thinking about doing a themed Christmas folio for the Railroad Express for the Christmas one. I can't remember. Oh my gosh, it was a movie. But yeah, so I was thinking about doing a folio for that, to use that, because the railroad theme can not only be just for a vintage railroad, but you can also Polar Express. That's what it is. You can, yes, thank you. You can also do it for like a Polar Express. So I think I'm going to try to do that with the kit, but it's very cute. All right, so everything's all vintaged up now. Let's go ahead and start adding our paper. So I've already started cutting my cardstock for this, and I'm going to do a red and white, kind of plain on the outside, but I cut it a little bit shorter than the 4x4. Not much. I mean, you can have as much as a border as you want. And then also, when you're putting this together, if you don't want the straight edges, you can tear it if you want to. For me, I decided I probably should have torn it because that's more my thing, but I didn't for this because it would just take too long, I think, for us to get through it. So I think I'm going to actually trim this a little bit more. I might have to do this as I go. Alright, so of course adding my grunge. Let's see, yeah, Bethany, when we lived back east, we lived in Maryland for 3 years right after we got married, and we would love to go to those air shows. I think they had them like in Ohio, and back east is where all the great air shows were, but we would love to go to those. My niece, the one that I'm going to go to her going away party, is going to be going to Purdue, and she's got, I think I've shared with you before, she has her pilot's license, and she's going to go into the flight and air major out there. I don't know. She's gonna be a pilot, but she, yeah. So I think it's wonderful. All right. So there's that. Now, what I like to do when I'm doing these little books is I like to make sure I'm kind of particular about my paper because I want my front to match my back. So I'll fold it up, and then I'll kind of place my paper based on, you know, what I want to show. Yeah, those airplanes can be really, really loud. Alright, so probably should have trimmed that before I add all that ink. Just a little bit more. Alright. So as you can see, you guys, this is a little easier than last week, right? But I know that a lot of us like to make little folios for Christmas. Um, and this is going to be functional as well as cute. But you can, if you don't want to turn it into like a tag, a little tag holder book, and then you can just turn it into a little decorated Christmas folio if you wanted to. All right, so there's the front and the back. I'm wondering if I should, let's see here. Okay, so this is going to be this one. So I'm just going to, ordinarily the way that I would approach this is I would have all of my pieces cut out initially, and I would have all of my pieces, you know, inked up, and then I'd put it together. But of course I wasn't that prepared. I struggled with what I was going to do this week. I knew originally I was just going to make tags for you this week, and then I thought, well, that might be kind of boring because I was going to do simple tags. And then I came up with the idea to do the little folio to hold the tags. And of course, you know, I didn't have a design set up, so I had to come up with my little prototype, you know, before I got on camera, and I made a fool of myself not knowing what to do. And so yeah, I didn't have everything completely cut out, but that's all right. We can make it up as we go along, right? Okay, so you open it, there's that. And then I'm thinking I need another combination of red here. You know, I like to be somewhat prepared when I come on camera for you guys. Not completely, but at least somewhat. All right, so let's see. 4. And I don't like to waste your time, Debbie. You're funny. Trimming on camera, because you guys know how to trim paper, right? But yeah, I wasn't completely prepared, but that's okay. I do like you, Debbie. You're one of my favorite people. Debbie's been so nice to help me with some of my techie stuff. If you haven't seen Debbie's lives recently, boy, she's gotten so fancy. Whew. One of these days when I have time, but I will say I work full time, so I don't always have time to figure techie things out. One of these days when I have more time. All right. Okay, so just add in more glue. Oh, I gotta show you something. You know how I like showing you my vintage finds, right? Okay, pause for a vintage find announcement because I love to share. So I found these old pharmacy labels in their boxes. All right, and when I found them, of course I had to buy them all because they had the original boxes. So when I got them and I opened them, I was a little disappointed because they were kind of stuck together. I was told I got them, you know, on where did I find them? I think I found them on eBay. Um, and I was told that they were all loose, and of course they weren't. They must have got stuck together in transit. I don't know, but anyway, the seller was great. Gave me some of my money back. I mean, I paid her for some of it because I still think that they're great for crafting. But it was such a haul. So I've got all these little labels here and the boxes. So yeah, so I'm probably gonna sell a few of these. Witch hazel is awesome. Look at that. I love the witch hazel. But even, I mean, they're just together a little bit, not too bad. Um, but yeah, so it was just a great haul. Now, a few of them, unfortunately, a few of the items were, see what I mean about being stuck together? So when I took them apart, it tears them a little bit. But I think they'll be great for crafting. But this is one of the ones where they're just really stuck together. But I still think that they'll be great for crafting because then I won't feel so guilty about using authentic vintage for some of my crafting. So yeah, so it was a great haul. But some of them are just stuck together. So yeah, so I'm not real. I mean, I was upset when I first got them, but once I got a hold of the seller, they made it right for me. So I'm still excited about the haul, even though they weren't as perfect as they were advertised. But I still think that they're going to be great. So can you soak them like postage stamps? Well, I'd hate to put these in water and ruin them. I mean, maybe, Jim, I don't know. But I'm just going to deal with them the way they are. But yeah, I was still excited about the haul, so I wanted to share that with you because I know that I like to maybe use undo. Maybe, yeah. I mean, I'll have to research it a little bit more. I have these just kind of sitting at the side of my desk here because I haven't worked with them too much yet. But it was still a great haul. I was still excited about it, and I always get excited when I find vintage hauls like that. All right, back to crafting. So coming along here, so we've got 3 different types of paper we're working with, right? So let's see where this guy ends up. So this is my back, and I want to see where it ends up. All right, so we'll do this here, and I think that, oh, that there. Let's see. Maybe I'll do this one here. Yeah, maybe. All right. So we'll do it like that. All right. So now that we know they might, but I make my own matchboxes. Let me show you. A bit. How come? Oh. So these are my own matchboxes that I make. I'm actually filling an order, that's why I have them. But so yeah, I make my own matchboxes and then I add little labels on them. So they might actually fit in Tim's, I don't know yet. But yeah, I have a whole box of just little matchboxes. This is an order I'm getting together. That's why it's all boxed up. But these are actually in my shop. I'm going to be making some more ones for Halloween and Christmas. But yeah, so I make my own. let me just trim this down a bit. Can I use my embossing heat gun? Maybe. You know, sometimes I find when they're not too stuck together, if I kind of use my breath, if I go on them, you know, my hot breath, that does help to loosen them. So maybe. Like I said, I haven't messed with them too much, but I plan on it. All right. We'll see. We'll figure it out. All right, so just again adding more ink. And then we will add this. Now remember, like I said, if you want the edges to be a little bit more raw, a little bit more rough, you can always tear the edges. And add them that way. So Gloria, or who asked me? Crystal, yes, I plan on making a card for the craft roulette. I haven't even seen what the parameters are yet. I'll probably do it after I finish filming this to get it done. But yes, I do plan on entering a card. All right, so there's the back. All right. And then we have the front. So we've got these two here. So let's put this one and this one. All right. Trimming it down a bit. I think that one is already good. All right. So that will go there, and then this one will go here. So with these little folios or these little books, to me this is just the necessary part, right? I mean, to me, I love decorating the inside, and these little books are fun. I mean, if I wasn't going to turn it into a tag book, I'd be decorating it up with ephemera because they're so fun. Make sure that is right side up, and then we are good. All right, so now we have our little book that folds up really cute. Now for the spine, you can use paper. I use washi tape. Just find some thin washi tape if you want to go this way, and it's a lot easier. You don't have to cut it. And that's what I do for my spines, is I find a washi tape that will work. All right. And as you can see, I do add extra glue because I don't want this washi tape coming off. And then once I have it wrapped around, again, you've got your glue, so you can move it a little bit if you need to. Make sure it's lined up straight, of course. And then you can find your scissors that you've lost and trim off the top. All right, and boy, my washi tape. See, when I craft, I like use things and then I put them down, and then when I go to use them again, I can't find them. All right, so Merry and Bright will go there. Okay, Jim, what are you talking about? Tim Holtz Vintage Halloween from the new Sussex release. Okay, what's the Vintage Halloween? Did I miss something? I didn't think that there was a new release I missed. What you talking about, Jim? I'm not aware of any new release. See, Jim is my enabler. He sends me little messages when there's something new coming out from Tim Holtz. You guys are great. And I've had people text me when Tim Holtz items are on sale at Joann's. You guys are awesome. Keep me in the know, guys. So what is this about the Halloween release? I didn't think he had any of his Halloween stuff out yet. Am I wrong? Did I miss something? I always get his Halloween stuff. Scrapbooking Made Simple has the new bundle. Alright, I'm going to need to check that out. Scrapbooking Made Simple. I didn't know there was a new release yet. Typically, he's all over social media advertising it. How did I possibly... Is this old? Is this like an old release? Maybe? I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that. Although, I just bought all those Sussex dies, so my budget may not warrant another purchase so soon. I'm a little surprised that Halloween release came out already. He's usually not this early. I'll have to check it out. Alright, so get that straight and trim it off, and there you go. So now I have this little book that folds up really cute. Alright, so I need to grab something. I will be right back. Alright, so Ranger also has a sale. Oh boy, I'm not going to even look. Okay, so see, this isn't even straight. I didn't make this straight, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to get all into my head. Alright, so there's our little book. Okay, so that's the back actually. So this is the front. Okay. Can't figure out the way it goes. All right, there we go. I knew my polka dots were on the front. Okay, so there's the little book. Now, this is where you can decide if you want to make pockets or if you want to use the little envelopes. Of course, I'm going to use the little envelopes because I think they're adorable. So I went ahead and I pre-cut some of these envelopes. So let me see if I can find them. All right, so yeah, so here are some of the envelopes pre-cut, and they go together pretty easily. And then I'm just going to just glue this right here. All right. Now I like to use double-sided paper because that way when you fold the envelope, you get, you get both sides of it. And then, as you can see, I mean, this just fits perfectly in there, right? All right, so let me show you. So here is the die that I used. And what stinks, I know that Tim came out with his new paper that's like the tall and the thin, right? But it doesn't fit this way on the paper. You have to do it long ways, which kind of sucks. I'm sorry, it sucks. Because if I had the 12 by 12 paper, I would be able to fit more. So you can only fit one of these on his paper, which is, I'm not happy about, but it is what it is, right? All right, so let's go ahead. This has more of a postal theme, but I think it still will work for Christmas. All right. And then when you put this together, you have two folds here. So the bottom one is the one that meets the edge right there. So when you're putting it together, it's real easy to figure that out. Hi, Susie. All right. You're on the phone with your daughter. Well, that's important. Yeah, there's going to be I hear ya, Bethany. There's going to be a lot of sales going on for that summit. Oof. So I'm just adding my ink here. And then put my little envelope. These envelopes are just so adorable. And then I'll line it up. And then there's envelope number 2. All right. And of course, like I said, these just fit perfectly into these little slots here. All right, so let's do envelope number 3. Yeah, typically, Crystal, I'm discouraged from buying things, but I never listen. I do what I want to. So yeah, I figure I work. If I want to spend my money frivolously on craft supplies, I do it. All right, so yes, there is the change envelope. And if I do make a book, those are a little bit taller, so it didn't work with the 4x4. Um, so that's why I'm just using the envelopes. And I wanted it to be cohesive anyway. All right. And those, talk about small pieces. I don't know who Tim thinks he's working with here, but those pieces are tiny. Tiny, tiny. So when that was why I decided that when I decide to sit down and make several of the little pieces, you know, the like the special deliveries or whatever, I'm gonna make several in one sitting so I don't have to keep bringing the dies out because I'm afraid I'm gonna lose them because they're so little. All right, so there's that one, and then let's see. I know I got 4 different papers. Frivolous fine. Well, I guess it depends on who you're talking to, right, Debbie? I don't think so. But, oh well. You spent too much. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've done that before. I've done that. But you know, most of my, I have to say, most of my craft spending is around Tim's releases, you know, and I always warn my husband, I say, okay, Tim just came out with a new release, so I'm going to be spending some money. And he just kind of shakes his head. So, so that's typically when my spending happens is around new releases. I don't, I mean, I shouldn't say I don't, but most of my purchases are Tim Holtz purchases. Not that I don't like other companies, don't get me wrong, but it just tends to be what I want to spend my money on, I guess. You know, so it's just kind of what I do. And the nice thing about it is I can write off my craft supplies for my business. So it's a write off. So anything I buy having to do with crafting, as long as I'm using it towards my business, I write it off. So it makes it a little bit easier. All right. So there you go. So as you can see, hopefully you can see, um, they fit perfectly into this little book. And you know, you can decorate them, which we're going to do here in a minute. I'm going to do more pockets here, but it's just a cute, it's a cute little folio. And now I can decorate these up. But let's talk about what I was saying before. So let's look at a special delivery, right? So let's pull these off. Okay. So this has the special delivery. It has the little pointy finger. It's got the arrows. It's got all sorts of stuff. It's got the registered here, which is this one here. So I plan on making several of these and then putting them inside here and then just having it shut a little bit. This is my tag one, so I didn't line it up, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then that way I can have several of these already made and, you know, folded away into this little booklet. So when and then, you know, when I'm ready to play, I don't have to bring out the die set. I can just bring out my little booklet that has all of my pre-made items. So that was my idea. So let's do this one. All right, now this fits perfectly on the big or the, what is this called? My sidekick. And we're going to use some black cardstock, if I can find some. There you go. Oh, gray maybe. Maybe we'll use gray. And let's see here. So tiny, tiny pieces, you guys. All right, so what I'll do is I'll just sit down in one sitting and make several of these, right? And then I can just put them in the little envelopes for storage. All right, so you gotta get a little poker and poke these little letters out. I probably didn't go through, I should have gone through twice. Yeah, see, I just broke it. And I knew that was gonna happen. That's all right. So when you're doing this, make sure you go through a couple times. And I don't like the gray, actually. I think I'm gonna use black. Where's my black? Ooh, that just fits. I'll do it this way. And I need that. So I'm going to run this through a couple of times just to make sure that those little letters punch out easier this time. And then these should come out easier. This is a must. All right. There, that's better. Now make sure you save these little letters because they have the inserts. And I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. And not only that, you can save these little letters to maybe use if you want to. So you got to be careful though so it doesn't tear. Gosh, look how tiny these are, you guys. I swear, his stuff is getting smaller and smaller. All right, so just not lose those. So this is what I was talking about. If I'm gonna like have it where it can flip under, I'll position it where, you know, this can kind of go underneath here, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So I've got my glue, and then we'll put this right here. Now this is what I was talking about, the little inserts. So let's see, so the R, oh my goodness, the R has its little, I think it has its little insert. Maybe not. I thought it did. It needs to. Hold on a second. Let's start with the D maybe. So dang small. Okay, so let me see if you can see this. So the D has this little insert in here, right? Can you see that? I can barely see it, so hopefully you can. And you want to, you don't have to, but of course I like to punish myself. Just need a little dot. And then you take this ridiculously small piece, which I can't even get my hands on, and you stick it, there. It's like, really, Tim? Really? So that's what I was talking about, the inserts. He's gonna make me crazy. All right, so let's see if we can get this one. I can't even get him out. You know what? I have an idea. I don't know if it's a good one. Yeah, even with the tweezers, Susie, they're so tiny. It's a little ridiculous. All right, so I'm gonna just take for the R and just put a little dot there. All right, because I want to be able to make it look like an R, but I couldn't get that middle piece out. I probably could if I tried a little harder, but I'm not going to try any harder. All right, so that's my idea for these little pieces. And then if you want to put like a little, I don't know, saying or something in there, maybe, I don't know, maybe one of these would work, or put numbers or something. Let's see what we got. So if I wanted to maybe use numbers, let's see. I don't know, something like that. Let's see. 2533 maybe. Where are my scissors? Where are my scissors? All right. So you guys get the idea, right? Yeah, Susie, that's what I ended up doing is I ended up using just one of my Copic markers. Yeah, you could put, yeah, you can create your own numbers if you wanted to, sure. Yeah, you could do something like that. That's a good idea. But so that's the idea. So I'm going to continue to decorate these, but so you know what I'll do is I'll make several of these or several of these, and then I'll stick them in here, and then they become little storage places, and then I can see what is in each envelope. So you don't have to necessarily put these little envelopes in a book, but if you don't want to have loose envelopes, this is an idea on how you can store some of your small pieces of ephemera. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be just these, right? You can do this with any type of ephemera if you want to make a little storage book. And then you can stick them on your shelf, whatever you want. You can even like label them. You can do whatever you want, whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat. All right, so let's figure out what I'm gonna put a little envelope on top, I think, but let's go ahead and put this away so we don't lose it. Yeah, you can cut out the paper and put behind it, but you still need to have the little dots, because on this particular one I put paper behind it to get the black effect, but I still had to add the little pieces. So it just finishes it off. I guess you don't have to do that, but like Tim says, it's all in the details, right? All right, and then if you wanted to, you can put little sayings up there. Let's see. I mean, you can decorate that as much as you want. So, I have these little stickers from past years. If you wanted to, decorate your book up, you can use these. Maybe just trim it up a bit. Let's see. Or maybe even, let me see here. Maybe I'll put this here actually. So that can go there. And then if you wanted to put a little envelope, you can do that here or decorate it up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, so I'm just going to leave that. And then of course, you can add, little sayings, little sentiments. Decorate up as little or as much as you want. See, this is my favorite part here, is adding the little bits and bobs. forgot to add my glue. All right, well, you get the idea, right? So let's go ahead and make some tags. So initially, when I was making this, like I said, my idea was to make these little tags and just have a little folio to hold my tags. And this is one of my favorite stamps. It's the old Santa, and you can color them up if you want to, or I think he looks fabulous on old cardstock as well. So let's go ahead and stamp one up. Okay, so let's see here. So here's that fabulous Santa stamp. And getting out my Misty. And he fits perfectly on this tag. This is an old tag I have. It's from Spellbinders, or it's not Sissix, I don't think. But anyway, it's a very old tag. I think it's called Scalloped Tag or something like that. And then I'm just using archival ink to ink it up. Oh, that wasn't very good, was it? Alright, so I'll stamp this a few times. So is this project a little easier than last week's project, you guys? A little bit, right? Alright. And then again, if you want to color it up using Copics or pencils, even work great. You can do that as well. I'm going to just leave mine El Natural. But I do want to stamp my special delivery. So let's get that done. Just using some regular cardstock. And again, I'm using archival ink. This is Fired Brick. And then I just cut it out. Now I don't do any pop-ups or anything when I'm making these tags. Like, I mean, I do make fancier tags, um, but for these I'm just making them very flat. So there's not a lot of bulk in my book. And then I'll just add this for a little pop of color. And sometimes my tags are just as simple as that, you guys. I mean, of course, you know, I do grunge it up because that's what I do. And then, like I said, if you want to use colored pencils or your Copics, you can color up your Santa if you want to, but I don't think it's necessary. I don't know. What do you guys think? I like simple tags sometimes. I mean, I can get extravagant, you know I can, but I do like the simple tag. And then what I like to do, because sometimes when I'm playing with my ink, you know, I want it to be a little bit more substantial. Um, I add another layer here just to make it a little bit thicker. I mean, it's not necessary, but it's just what I do. All right. So I will double it up. And then to finish it off, I like to add these little rings. These actually didn't come with this tag set. They came with one of my Bigs tags, the rectangular tags, but I can still use these. I just think it's a nice touch. Like I said, totally not necessary, but I like to add them. And I add them on both sides. And then you just have some Christmas tags. So you can do your tos and froms, you know, back here. You can add twine, you can add ribbon, you know, whatever you want. But your tags can be as simple as that. And then you can just add these into your little envelopes. I mean, this could even be a gift too, right? I mean, I guess it could, couldn't it? And if you want that. Let's see, we got to put something in the front here. What can we put in the front? Should we do... Should we do an envelope in the front? Or maybe just decorate it? I don't know. What do you guys think? It's cute, isn't it? I'm going to close it with a belly band, so let me know what you think. Should I put an envelope or should I just decorate it? And then I'm going to do my belly band. So for my belly band, let's see. Trying to decide what I'm going to do for my belly band here. A pocket. You like the wreath? Let's see. 2 inches. Let's see if that'll work. Oh, that might not be enough. It's not enough, y'all. All right. You know, anyway, I don't even know if I like that. Let's see. Let me think about this a minute. It's just a band. It shouldn't be that complicated, right? Oh, I know. Maybe I'll do this to kind of match. Let's see. Maybe I'll do this. That's cute, huh? All right. The Santa tag in the lower right corner. Do I have it? Oh, this one right here? Yeah, that's cute, isn't it? That would be cute. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. All right, so let's get the belly band in place. And let's see. So I think I'm going to use this red tape. It's pretty sturdy. And let's see here, let's get this off. Put one there too. See, I just make this up as I go along. I don't know what I'm doing. Is that how you guys craft? You just kind of make it up as you go along, or do you like to know exactly what you're doing when you sit down to craft? Personally, I like to see where it takes me. If we can figure this out here. All right, so I think that's it, right? Of course. Probably should have scored that, but that's not how I roll. Okay. Okay, so there is our closure, all right? So I'm thinking, now that I know I'm going to be using a belly band, I may not put the pocket. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I have an idea of what I'm going to do, like I knew I was going to do a little tag book, but then when I started playing with the envelopes, you know, it kind of took me in a new direction. So, all right, so let's see what we can do here. I kind of like Jim's idea. I might actually do that on the, I think I might do this on the actual belly band in case like it's a gift or something. I think that would be cute. Why do I need the belly band on? I don't know. I just do. Okay. Yeah, I could put the wreath on the belly band, but it would come over. I would probably rather use ephemera. Let me grab some ephemera. So let's see what kind of Christmas ephemera I have here. It's cute. Got some 25s. Let me see what I got. That's kind of cute. Shine bright. What else do we got here? See, I kind of like this, because again, if I'm going to do it maybe as a gift, I think that's what I'm going to do. So we'll put that there. Keep it simple. And let's see. Ooh, I like that better. I don't know. Alright, I'm second guessing myself, you guys. I'll put that there. Maybe I'll do the December. And then let's see what we're gonna do here. That's good. Maybe I'll do that. Alright, so I think I want to fussy cut this though. So there's been no dinner talk. What's for dinner tonight? Or what was for dinner? We were gonna barbecue some steaks, but my husband, when I took that break, my husband had to go see his dad in the hospital, so I guess we won't be barbecuing tonight. Just trimming this up. So I'm concentrating here. All right, there we go. What'd I miss? All right, so I think I'll just do something simple. Something like that. Oh, thanks, Pam. Yeah, he just, I guess, just old age issues. I don't know. But thank you. All right, so I think I'm just gonna go simple. For my cover. And then it can still be like a little gift, right? For, from, and it kind of matches the whole, I don't know, the whole tag theme, right? And then this can go. I'm kind of rethinking the belly band. I mean, it's okay. But I think I want to go a little bit more vintagey. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I have some twine like this around here somewhere that I'm thinking maybe I would just wrap around. I don't know if I like the belly band after all. But anyway, that's it, you guys. So that was my project for today. Just this little tag holder. Let's review it real quick. So I've lost all my stuff. So that's it. So yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the clasp. I'll figure it out. I don't know if I like that belly band after all. But this is the front, and then as you can see, it opens up to make a cute little tag holder or ephemera holder or whatever you want it to be, you guys. But the inside will hold the tags, and then what I think I'll do is I'll just do like maybe I can either do more tags. If I do decide to keep it as a tag holder, I'll put more envelopes in here. But it's just a cute little book, right? I think it came out cute. So I hope you like my project today. I wanted to keep it somewhat simple. I know that last week we went a little overboard, but I just wanted to do something simple. And again, you don't have to use it as a tag holder like I'm doing. You can turn it into a little, I don't know, a little brag book if you wanted to. You can turn it into an ephemera holder like we talked about. There's just all sorts of things that you can do, but it's just a cute little book. So that's all I have today. Remember, next week I will not be doing the live. So we will be having fun with the Card Maker Success Summit, which the kickoff starts on Wednesday. And hopefully I'll see a lot of you guys there in the chats and whatnot. And then we'll pick up the week after that. I'm going to be at my niece's party, so I won't have a live 2 weeks from this Sunday, but we will be doing the giveaway on the, when are we going to be doing the giveaway? We'll be doing the giveaway on the 14th. So if you haven't registered for the giveaway, make sure you do check the links below the videos, because I do have a link for you to add your name and your email address, and that way you can be entered into my drawings. But that's it. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I hope you guys have a great time at the Card Maker Success Summit, and I will see you later. Bye.